Hey there, Golden Lake Eagles. Mr. Gerst here in this week's Golden Lake Gazette. Lots of things continue to happen as they always are happening here at Golden Lake. But just a couple of announcements here about some upcoming things and celebrating some things that are coming to completion. So I'd like to congratulate all of our students, all 115 students that put in extra time every Thursday and Tuesday over the course of this winter in our targeted services program. So thank you, students, for that extra commitment and dedication to your learning, and of course our staff that was also able to provide that level of service for our Golden Lake Eagles. So congratulations to all of you. Thank you for your continued dedication to student learning. Speaking of student learning, we are under an IXL challenge. Right back there, IXL right there. IXL is one of our online learning tools that we have. It's both for reading and math. Right now, I have challenged our school to see how many problems we can complete as an entire school. As of this morning, we're for the year, we are right around 570,000 problems that we've done. We've put some extra energy into this over the course of the last week, and we are now completing 6,000 to 10,000 problems a day, both within math or reading. So if you hear your child talk about IXL, that is something that they can be doing at home. They do know how to log in for the most part. We're also doing it here at school. We're especially trying to get some of our younger grade levels involved, and that will be a little bit new for them. But certainly our grades 3, 4, and 5 have been doing that all school year with that. So with that, if we're able to accomplish a certain goal, and we're still determining what that goal is going to be based on some first weekly metrics here, we're looking at a school-wide celebration with that towards the end of April. And so the IXL challenge is on. It's great preparatory needs for MCA training for our students in grades 3, 4, and 5, and it's also great learning for students in grades K1 and 2. So we're asking students and families take a look at that and see what happens. As we're nearing springtime here and moving beyond a lot of old COVID protocols and so forth, grade levels are ramping up field trips. And we were kind of waiting and looking at how all that works out. But you should receive one slip for all field trips that your grade level is going to do. We have a $50 cap for the total of any of all of them together, not to exceed that amount. There is a way that you can request a scholarship. That's right in there on that form. And then most importantly, we are now a cashless district, and so we no longer accept cash. How to pay for those? You would go into your parent portal and you would click on optional fees, and that's where those field trip slips are going to be, the field trip fees will be able to be paid, and that's connected right to your account with that. That is also where if you want to help another family or friend in need, you would simply just put more in the account. It all goes to the same account under our field trip grade level accounts as well. And so thank you for everyone for helping that out, giving our students an opportunity to learn not just here at Golden Lake, but also in some of life's events and in places that are near and dear around here with that. We've seen a little bit of an uptick in one area of families. I'm really going to ask you for your help. Technology is wonderful. It can be wonderful. It can also cause some issues. And so some of the things that we're starting to see is the number of students that have access to a phone during the day, or more recently, these Apple Watches. That's fine. That's great. However, what happens sometimes is your child will actually call you or reach out to you, perhaps saying they're sick or they have a fever and things, and they haven't even been to the school nurse. And so that really puts everyone in a very awkward situation. So families, I'm asking you to be patient with your son or daughter, child, loved one, and let them know that that communication tool is great for before and after school. But during the day, we really want Golden Lake staff communicating directly to parents, or vice versa, Golden Lake parents communicating to Golden Lake staff. When we put the child in the middle, or the child initiates that, it really can cause some anxiety, some stress, and all sorts of emotions. And so please work with us on that. Great technology, but when we skip steps, things don't go very well. So thank you for your patience with that, letting your child know that the adults on both sides will be the communicators from bus to bus time. before and after school, that's completely up to you and your child as far as what you'd like to be doing with that. Um, we're getting towards the end of March. I want to let you know that we are working on staffing for next year. As always, there's always anticipated changes based on enrollment, retirements, and so forth. I'll be putting information out here. We're going to be looking to do that in early April. And along with that, parents, you will have some input into what placement looks like for next year. Obviously, we can't guarantee all of that, especially if we have a section of 2. It makes it really hard. Teachers spend a lot of time working on balanced classes, which would be size and gender and abilities and just all sorts of things. And so just know that we can't always honor every request. We certainly try to work with you on that. That will be a separate piece, both in the Gazette and then also a separate communication that'll come out in April. That'll be a Google form where you're able to put in input. With that, you can let us know of a request. Maybe you've had some great success with a teacher in the past, or a friend, or someone who you might want to have separated, and so forth. So that's the tool that you have to communicate with us. As always, you can reach out to your child's teacher because they are directly in charge of that here. And we will be building those in May. So if you don't fill that out and you call in August, I have a real hard time making switches because one switch can really affect all sorts of things. So if that is something you want to do, please do that in the month of April. Look for that coming up here in the near future. Our awesome PTA is or has sent home their Gerton's plant sale. Great way. All these dollars come right back in to our PTA, and those dollars go out to our students, our classrooms, and so forth. Also, reminder, we talked last week, but we have our new playground coming in. As we know, spring is a little bit behind as far as the weather goes, but when we get things melted here, we are on the docket to be looking at a summer install for our Golden Lake Challenge course that'll be put out there as well. So those dollars that we raise from all of the go-arounds and different procedures that we do and our Gertons go right back to our campus and our students. So if you want to help out with that, feel free to do so as well. I hope you have a tremendous weekend ahead. We want all of you to look forward to spring. Hopefully this snow will get going here soon, and we'll all cheer for each other when that day happens as well. So have a wonderful weekend ahead. Take care.